Y'all, this is the 7th ever Spiritual Sip Sunday. I talk about Jesus and it's just a little sip. And it's on a Sunday. That's pretty much it. Today's gonna be kind of short because I know I usually ask you for questions, but today I'm gonna ask you a question. What's the reason behind you pursuing God? I want you to even pause and sit and think, why am I pursuing God? I feel like a lot of lukewarm Christians, just especially those who grew up in church, just get into the cycle of pursuing God, but they don't really know why. They just know that they're supposed to. Are you pursuing God because you grew up in church and you kind of felt like, if you don't pursue God, your parents will look down on you or think of you differently? Are you pursuing God to only get something out of it? Are you pursuing God because you just want to go to heaven? What are you pursuing God for? At first, I just had a relationship with God because I grew up going to church. I grew up in a Christian family, and that was just kind of the thing that my parents expected me to do, was to just love God and pursue Him. And it took me a long time to do that genuinely. I had to get to a point where I'm like, why am I even doing this? You know what? Maybe you're not even pursuing Him. Why are you following God? I didn't mean to come off really mean when I said that, but that just made me think, what if you're not even pursuing Him? Why are you following God right now? Are your intentions right? Is your heart in the right place? I'm at the point where I don't want to be lukewarm. I would much rather be cold than to be lukewarm for God. It's either I am on fire or I am completely cold and I am not even in the right direction. Because I don't want to half do something that's going to last an eternity. Because if it's just, my parents are expecting me to, or, when I was a youth pastor, a lot of times I thought I was pursuing God for a closer relationship with Him, but I was really just pursuing Him to do my job. I was really pursuing Him because I was like, I have to have a message this Sunday for my kids and I need something. What's your heart posture behind pursuing God? And if it's not the best heart posture, you grew up in church, you feel like you would be outcasted because of it, I want to encourage you to kind of self-reflect on that today. If you're not pursuing God at all, or you find yourself with the unfortunate truth of maybe I'm pursuing God for the wrong reasons, I want to just invite you and let you know that God still loves you. He loves you even if today you're like, you know what, I love you, I'm gonna pursue you all the rest of my life. And then the next day you mess up, you fall into sin, and you go right back again. He's still gonna love you just the same. He loves you the same amount as someone who has been on fire for God for the past 10 years, 20 years, their entire life. He loves you just the same. He loves you if you pursue Him just for a job. And if you pursue Him because you are afraid of what your parents think about you, He loves you just the same. And maybe you don't need that heart check. Maybe you just needed that reassurance that hey, you're on the right track. Let that be your confirmation. It's Sunday, Sabbath, relax, rest, subscribe, relax, rest, but reflect on that today and talk it out with God. And I'm believing 100% that He'll honor that. And if you want to talk to Him, He'll talk to you. And comment anything you want me to cover. And like I said in the very first one, within reason. But also, I want to be open and honest. So let's talk. That's it.